please welcome to the stage, John Cleck.
All right, one more time for Josh. Hey, go make some noise. All right, I read an article the other day that said because we communicate electronically, right? Because we communicate mostly on iPhones and tablets and whatnot, that cursive writing is eventually going to fade away. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think as long as there are tattoo parlors and Puerto Rican women are having babies, that cursive writing's been around for a while. That's all right. You're allowed to laugh, white people. You're all right. Miguel. You're good. I am. Yes. Cocaine's a powerful drug. I get it. It's good. So I do that joke at some other bars, and that kind of uncomfortable laughter, right? I love kind of invoking that uncomfortable laughter because I think people are looking for opportunities to be offended when there's no intent to offend, right? I was playing the board game Battleship with a Japanese friend of mine the other day, and that's not the joke, guys. It's all right. Stay with me. And I was playing the board game Battleship with a Japanese friend, and he went first, and he guessed like fucking whatever B7, and it landed in my ocean and didn't hit any of my ships. And then I went next, and I flew an airplane over and dropped an atom bomb and erased his entire fleet. And he got offended. Right? But that was my reaction too. Like, you thought he would have seen it coming after the first two we dropped, but I didn't think you should get offended. I like writing these racially and ethnically insensitive jokes because they're so antithetical to who I am, right? I don't have a racist bone in my body, but I seem to find myself in positions or in places where I appear racist. I'll give you an example. My wife and I, we were planning a vacation. We were trying to take our kids to a ski vacation, and we went to the travel agents. And the travel agent shows us a brochure. There's a brochure for the ski resort that has two separate mountains. And the way the ski resorts are coded, is they get a color and a shape that denotes what level of difficulty it is. So on the one mountain, they had the easy and the medium slopes, which were the green circles, and the blue squares. Those are the easy and the medium slopes. And on the other mountain, they had the black diamonds, the hard slopes, right? The difficult slopes. On the other, totally separate mountain, just the black diamonds. So I hear somebody come into the travel agents behind us, and I don't pay any attention. And at that time, I'm looking at the brochure, and I just happen to say to the travel agent, "Oh, good, they keep all the blacks on a separate mountain." And I turned around to find a somewhat perturbed African-American couple staring at me, and understanding that I had been taken out of context, I tried to explain. I said, "No, you don't understand. They're dangerous. I try to keep my kids away from them." And realizing that I was only digging myself further in the hole, I further tried to clarify. I said, "No, you don't understand. I'm talking about the slopes." And the Asian couple behind him said, "Excuse me?" That's all right. It's a thinking man's joke. It's all right. Let's see here. Let's see. My white guilt hasn't kicked in yet, so I think I'm still on a roll. Let's see. We've offended Latinos, Asians, African American culture. Who's oh, hey, any gays in here? Why not? Let's go down that rabbit hole. So I was actually, my wife and I are really close with another gay couple, and we were talking with them the other day, and they said, you know, there finally was a scientist that came out and said, "Hey, we found the gene that makes you gay. So it's no longer a question of whether it's nature or nurture, right? It's a biological issue, right? So you can't make a decision to be gay." And I don't know if I totally agree with that, right? As I look at these two guys, and my wife and I, we go out for dinner with these two guys, I'm looking at them, they look like they're having the most awesome bro day ever. And I thought, what if I had met one of these guys a couple years before I met my wife? Right, I'm not gay, but he says, what if one of those guys approached me and he's like, "Hey man, you want to go hang out for the day?" And I was like, "Nah man, listen, I'm straight, you're gay, like we're probably into different things." And he's like, Well, I was gonna go ride a motorcycle in the morning, and I have an extra motorcycle if you want to ride it, and then I have a bunch of machine guns. We're gonna go shoot guns, and then I was gonna cap off the day by watching football and drinking beer on the couch. I would be like, how can I say no to that? That sounds like the best bro day ever. Hell yeah, we're in the same thing. And then what happens if we get that, we do that, we ride motorcycles, ride Harleys all day, all this man shit, right? Ride Harleys, and then we shoot machine guns, we drink beer, watch football. And then he's like, hey man, maybe during halftime you can suck my dick. Like, I'm not one to look at the glass as half empty, right? So I'm not gonna judge like a total 10-hour day of awesomeness by one like 5-minute, episode of maybe like mild discomfort. Like somebody gives me says, hey, I'm gonna give you $1 million, but it's gonna be in gold bars. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, it's too heavy, I'm not gonna carry those gold bars. I'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll carry around those gold bars for $1 million. So I kind of feel like if that happened, he'd be like, hey, you wanna suck my dick during halftime? I'd be like, well, this has been kind of an awful bro day, and I really don't want to be a wet blanket, so you know what? Next thing I know, I'm wearing skinny jeans and netted tops, I'm going to Lady Gaga concerts, and I turned out gay, and I didn't know. Again, my name is John. I have been fortunate to spend the last 23 years in the Navy, all that time as a Navy SEAL. Thank you. I say that for the end just so I can build my self-esteem back up. It's kind of an awkward thing telling somebody you're a SEAL. Like at my age, I'm 43. I don't think Hollywood's done particularly me like a great service by portraying what an actual Navy SEAL looks like, right? So Mark Wahlberg played one in Lone Survivor, and Bradley Cooper played one in American Sniper. And Chris Pratt, not even like fat Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec, but like spelt Chris Pratt played one in Zero Dark 30. So ladies, when I tell somebody I'm a Navy SEAL and I stand up here and say it, you can just hear the air let out. You can just hear ladies like, you just hear their disappointment, right? I'm kind of like, ladies, here's the real deal. Like if you go on Tinder and there's a guy, a super good looking guy, and it says job description says Navy SEAL, and you swipe right, this is what's actually going to show up on your date. Like a middle-aged, balding guy who does bad dad jokes. And that's my time. Thanks very much, guys.